All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom, Lahab, Akoyim. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord, wonders be edifying to the Lord's elect. And before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, submitting true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel from the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. So I'm gonna make this pretty brief, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to share with y'all a couple videos actually, to showcase where we are in this in these last moments of Esau's kingdom. All right, because as we all know, we're teetering on the edge of World War III. You know what I'm saying? The inevitability of it, and we're just pretty much taking inventory, I suppose, of how Esau's might is in these last days, right? So let's go to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. It reads, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." All right, so we can all see that the third world war, the third woe is coming quickly. Okay, it doesn't matter how much people want to talk about peace. It doesn't matter how much people talk about ceasefires and resolutions. The outcome is still going to be the same because it's written. You see what I'm saying? So there's pretty much there's a quote from Henry Kissinger. All right, small hat. You know what I'm saying? One of the 1948ers, the Tengu. All right, the scripture's called the Amalekites. All right, the head tribe of the nation of Edom. All right, and this is how they think about you. You see what I'm saying? Those of you who are, foolish enough to go out there and join this man's, this man's military might. You see what I'm saying? But what you saw, what we've all seen through, throughout the years, is that the U.S. has been deteriorating as a global force. You see what I'm saying? And that's also prophecy. See, so let's take a look at what we have to deal with, because I know a couple of days ago I had showcased this lady, you know what I'm saying, this Jake, who was on TikTok talking about how good she was eating lobster, crab, you know what I'm saying, fish, so on and so forth. All right. So let's do a little, I guess, continuation on that. All right, so bear with me. All right, so yeah, like I said, you remember when I showed that video and this chick was slapping her gums and everything. You know what I'm saying? This is what's wrong with this generation. That's why I say, all right, that's why I say, and people get mad when I say this, that this generation is the last generation. People get upset when I say that. But just look around you. You know what I'm saying? This is the generation that you got to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody takes anything seriously. All right. Before these kids are able to read and write, they learn how to twerk and be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? This is the last generation, man. There's no discipline. All right. There's no guidance. There's no leadership. You see what I'm saying? Within the homes. All right. Everybody is emotional. Everybody crashes out for the smallest reasons. All right, this is the last generation. So let's listen to what this lady has to say.
Have y'all seen the video of this girl? She's like brand new to the army. And she's like, I just wanted to show you what the army feeds us. And she opens up this box and it's got steak and lobster and desserts. A full to-go box full of extravagant food. She's like, wow, the army's not that bad. And the comments are like, oh no, we're cooked. They said, baby, you're about to deploy. And she's like, what? What do you mean? Baby, the army is not giving you steak and lobster on a random weekday. I'm talking about some, wow, why don't I join sooner? They treat us so well, steak and lobster, y'all should join. Baby, there's a war behind you. You about to go, you about to be sent off. And she's replying to all the comments, she's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Somebody was like, baby, I am a civilian and I know that's not good. She over there just chowing down, so delicious, so delicious. I know for a fact, an hour later, she opens up TikTok to have this thing flooded with comments. She went from peacefully enjoying steak and lobster for lunch to pissing herself.
All right, so yeah, man, you remember the video that I shared with y'all? You know what I'm saying? The chick went viral. She was slapping her gums, you know what I'm saying? Just being a whole fool, you know what I'm saying, on camera, just a whole fool. All right? And now she's about to understand, you know what I'm saying, that that this ain't some what's the name? This ain't cookies and cream, you know what I'm saying? It's not cookies and cream. All right? Because that's the problem with most of these with most of these jakes, you know what I'm saying? And this generation as a whole, you know, they just join the military, all right, so they can get a check. They join the military so they can get their bills paid. All right? And they don't think for 5 minutes that they would actually go and see combat. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the requirement regimens, you know what I'm saying, of the military, all right, it's abysmal. It's just absolutely terrible when you look at the requirements. Anybody can get in. With the kind of requirements that they give, you know what I'm saying, it's just atrocious, man. Anyone can join the military. All right? It's not even that hard anymore. You know? Back then there was actually some sort of honor within their ranks, you know what I'm saying? Some sort of veneer of strength. All right? That's not the case anymore. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can get in. Women can get in, you know what I'm saying? And be as sloppy and be as weak as ever. You know what I'm saying? Men can get in and know nothing. All right? They haven't even finished high school. You see? And this is the lowering of the bar, which is going to be to Babylon's detriment. All right? Again, this was all prophecy. So let me get this in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 49. And let's read verse 10. Verse not 10, verse 7. It reads, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All right? Because there's no wisdom in Teman anymore. There's no wisdom amongst these Edomites, man. All right? To where they would lower their own requirements to joining the military to this degree. All right? And you're going to understand what I mean when I show you this next video. You're going to understand. Bear with me. All right. So this is from the YouTube channel Pink Book Lessons. You know what I'm saying? She does some excellent videos. All right. what she points out in this video is very important. Uh it's very key. All right. And she doesn't even do a lot of talking. She just lets the clips, you know what I'm saying, explain themselves. And that's gonna prove the point that I'm making. All right. Check this out.
What is that? Where's that going? What is that doing on there? Where are you off to? Excuse me.
I turn around. I see this out the window. We're going to jail. We're going to die. We're going to die. God. Ain't it? They included in movie. Let me put my phone back in the window.
Our generation don't take nothing serious. This girl said, get ready with me to get bombed. Guys, it's not funny.
Good morning, you beautiful people. Welcome to Get Ready With Me for World War III, because I have been drafted. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so first up, I'm thinking about my hair, because it is quite prone to frizzing, and I don't know what the...
Hey. Fair use, man. Fair use. All right. Fair use. This is just for educational purposes only. Not getting paid for this shit.
weather conditions are going to be. So I'm going to put this treatment on to smooth things out. Please see the link below. This stuff is amazing. Next up, guys, we need to be using a good moisturizer to protect our skin in rough conditions. Okay, guys, so I'm wearing this camo sweater, which is not only versatile, it is also very on trend with the half zip detailing here. Really stunning. See the link below. Okay, guys, so what am I packing? First and foremost, my fanny pack to pack all essentials, i.e. blusher, lip gloss. Secondly, I don't go anywhere without a bottle of Prosecco. And last but not least, my best friend, my ring light.
What the y'all got?
At this point, if we get a surprise, then I'm ready. Trump don't know when to shut the up. Iran don't even give a about what we talking about. They don't care if we like them or not. They just want to get their lick back. So at this point, I love y'all. See y'all on the other side. See y'all on the other side.
Of course the news is out. Trump made up his mind. Remember, he said within 2 weeks, he would decide to attack Iran or not. By now, we all know what happened, and everyone is reacting across social media. You got one gang on the left, another gang on the right, and a whole bunch of people in the middle hoping to stay out of the crossfire. Then you have people willing to mind their own business, but still say they're standing on business too if Iran try to pop up over here.
What going on, Iran?
Hello. How are you today?
And little twin, I'm just saying, I'm on Twitter, and I come across y'all little tweet to my everybody gonna feel it. What we supposed to feel, little twin?
Oh, you calling about this smokes?
No, I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to see you say everybody gonna feel it. I feel like I'm part of everybody. So what we supposed to feel, little twin?
So hostile. Relax.
No, I'm just saying, I ain't Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with none of that wolf. I ain't giving you no time. I'm just gonna strike some. For real.
Just drop a missile if that's what you want.
Drop a missile? What? Drop it in. Drop it, bro. Listen to me. I got 100,000 my hands right now. Off them pills, switches out the loader, ready to blow it.
Listen,
The scriptures say that my people are sottish children. Sottish means stupid. All right? And yes, the Lord's people are very stupid. You see what I'm saying? They are sottish children. They're wise to do evil, you know what I'm saying? But to do good, they have no knowledge. All right? So they would get on TikTok and they would do stupid shit like this instead of repenting. All right? Instead of taking heed to the words of the prophets. All right? Because it's not going to be fun and games no more. It's not going to be a joke. All right? For a skit. You see?
do not care.
You don't care?
No, not one bit.
Bet. You don't care? I'm on the way. No, we on the way. We on the way.
Come on, outside.
Be outside. No, drop that missile. Drop that missile. Come back. I'm waiting on.
Everybody talking about going to war and sending threats, baby. Who are you going to send? The millennials? Them are children. Gen Z, they're TikToking on the battlefield. Who the are you going to send? Like when I was little, we were in the Iraq war for like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. Them was grown ass men. The women too, grown ass men. I'm talking soldiers fighting for their country. You're trying to send millennials, baby. We are children. We're kids.
Yeah, even grown children. You see what I'm saying? Because you got people that's my age. I'm 38 years old. You got people my age that's still acting like they're in their late teens, early 20s. You know what I'm saying? All right. Still foolish in the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Who are you gonna send? You don't have nobody to send.
Truth is, they don't have nobody to send. Feminism broke down all the men and the simps went along with it. Now they're just out here dancing, making TikTok videos like who? And millennials are supposed to be the new adults now, but both millennials and Gen Z, we got...
All right, let me slow that down, man. She said something key right there. All right? Take it back a little bit. Let me slow this here. All right?
Our children. We're kids. Who are you gonna send? You don't have nobody to send.
Truth is, they don't have nobody to send. Feminism broke down all the men and the simps went along with it. Now they're just out here dancing, making TikTok videos.
So feminism broke down all the men. They made the women think that they were men, and all the simps went along with it. All right. So let me get this here. Let me read this again in Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Tazabawath, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Nothing about the decisions that these Edomites have done, all right, have proved to be wise and prudent. You see what I'm saying? Nothing that they've done, all right, in terms of this so-called woke culture, this so-called sexual liberation and women's freedoms of expression or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, feminism and all that, it's been a detriment, man, and it hasn't helped, all right? And this is why the downfall of Babylon the Great is imminent. You see what I'm saying? It's imminent, man. All right?
Videos like who? And millennials are supposed to be the new adults now, but both millennials and Gen Z, we gotta be honest, I just can't see it. We're in trouble if we gotta depend on the TikTok dancing people. I mean, they're out here line dancing, having a good time, getting their checks to get their bills paid, but they didn't expect to have to go to war for real.
We're talking about corporals. We're talking about sergeants. We're talking about we're talking about majors. You see what I'm saying? This is unbelievable, man. But this is where we at. All right, this is where we at. So that's pretty much it, man. I'm not gonna use this video for much else. Let's just dive into the scriptures. All right, so bear with me. All right, so let's hit this in Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 30. And it reads, let's start at verse 29. And it reads, and the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might is failed. They have become as women. They have become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken, man. All right? This is not a generation of warriors. You see what I'm saying? You ask these jokers to run a mile, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta be able to run a mile in under an hour? Are you kidding me? Anyone can pass that prerequisite. Anyone can do that. All right? Anyone. So this is just it's a shit show, man. It's a shit show. All right? They forborn to fight, man. These jokers go into the military, all right, thinking they're gonna be set for life and all that stuff because they're getting paid. And then what? When the surprise comes and your boy Trump says, okay, we're going to bomb Iran, you know what I'm saying? What do you think was going to happen, man? You know what I'm saying? What do you think was going to happen? You was just going to be chilling? No. So when the bodies start dropping and the bullets are flying and the bombs is blowing up buildings all around them, they're not going to stand. They're not going to stay the course and hold up with the platoon. No, they're going to run away. They're going to run away because what they're used to is TikTok challenges, TikTok dances. You know what I'm saying? All right, the same goofy ass shit that they've been doing. All right, you know what I'm saying, on an ordinary basis, man. This is the Fortnite generation. Fortnite. All right. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 30. Isaiah chapter 30, let's start at verse 1. It reads, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt." You trusted in the shadow of Egypt, man, by joining this military, thinking that you was going to have it on easy street, and now here it is. All right, here it is. Your ass is going to war, man. All right, you going to go and you're going to shed that, you're going to be that sacrifice for these Amalekites. All right, the very Amalekites who say that you're dumb, stupid animals and are need to be used as pawns in foreign policy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's coming your way. You know what I'm saying? That's what's coming your way, man. Let's go to let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 16. All right, and I'm gonna close it out with this one. 2 Ezra chapter 16, let's start at verse 33. It says, "The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine." You know what I'm saying? When you look at all those women in the military, you think they're gonna fight till they dying breath? No, man. They're gonna be somebody else's plaything. All right, just keeping it real, just keeping it a buck. All right, just keeping it a buck, man. They're gonna be captured, and they're gonna be made to ride that carousel. You see what I'm saying? And to be plowed through with the train. All right. And they're going to be used over and over and over and over and over and over. All right? You see, this is a generation that doesn't know war. They don't know. When you talk about going up against Russians, right? Let's talk about that, man. You're going up against Russians. They know war. They've seen war. They've felt war. They've smelled war. You see what I'm saying? They've tasted it. They know what war is. You don't. You see what I'm saying? You don't. And these jokers is putting their trust in the bombs that they can drop and all that stuff, man. Your ass is you're gonna be required to be infantry. All right? Infantry. This ain't gonna bode well for none of this generation, man. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this generation is, as they say, cooked. So I'm going to cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakar Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Hakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.